Let's go.
Said it's your boy, P Original, Mr. Influential. Hot topic conversation, stimulate your mental. Two cool brothers, same father, same mother. If you're looking for a show like this, you'll never find another. Why? Cause it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, said it's the Porch Podcast. Yup, said it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, said it's the Porch Podcast.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
The Original, baby. Welcome back, y'all. I know we say each and every week. We know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. New week.
New episode.
That's 225 of them to be,
This is
be exact.
225.
This is 225 right now.
Right now. Yeah.
And, it's a pleasure to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you guys could take the time to hang out with your favorite brothers, man.
From the porch.
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and get a toast off before the episode get ready, get started. 225 is a major accomplishment.
John Barr, listen here.
Say that.
Listen here.
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
Listen. John Barr whiskey. I like it. Porch like it.
You know what's funny is we get questions a lot of times, like, you know what I mean? What's the libation? And we ain't too, how can I say, boxed in and not try some of the brothers like John Barr.
John Barr.
You know what I mean? The other one was Imperial. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Imperial. Like it's pure. Imperial.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that one was good too. Without further ado, like I said, man, you know how we like to check in with each other.
Right.
Do it all the time. Just want to bring you guys to the conversation. So E, it's been and we know why.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit since we last connected on the show. How you been, bro? How's life been?
All right, shoveling and doubling. We out here, man.
Shout out to everybody, man, who
been dealing with these blizzards, man.
East Coast.
You know what I mean?
I guess what's this? I mean, it's only so far southeast that it went, but
yeah,
those who were impacted by it, man. This wasn't normal.
Nah.
The comp for this situation, they talking about Blizzard 96 and all that. I just think this was different, period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Respect the wintry mix, man.
Right. Y'all mix was worse down here though.
Yeah.
Because what happened was we did have a big snow back in 2016.
Okay.
Powder was everywhere. You know what I mean? But it really was.
But something about that 6 year, man.
Yeah. It was not. It happened in 06 too. Me and P. Lou was talking about a child to P. Lou. Me and him was talking about that the other day.
Peace, guys. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We was talking about. He said it was 96. We had one in 06, 16, 26. Like,
yeah.
What in the hell is going on?
No. That out there, that winter remix, first and foremost, man.
Yeah.
Right now, to me, got all the signs of all through this month, it's gonna stay out there.
Yeah.
Cause it be cold.
It's going a little bit though. It's starting to go
very little.
I
will say
longest melt game ever.
I think it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the time is.
It might get a little bit Friday.
See, I got respect for it, for all the people who like snow and be thinking like, oh man, I like it, man. I can get out there and enjoy myself. It's cool. I ain't knocking none of that.
Yeah.
That out there? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. You start getting layers on top of stuff. It ain't snow, some ice at the bottom.
When you still getting stuck in your vehicle.
Yeah.
A week.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Later.
That's crazy. And we had a nice amount of sunny days, too.
That's what I'm saying.
We had some decent amount of sunny days.
But because the temperature was 2 degrees in the morning.
Bro.
3.
Bro, it was so crazy last night.
Hypothermia was out there,
leaving the joint last night. Like, it was so bad. It was so bad, man. One of the ladies that was there, the car wouldn't start or whatever. Luckily, it was just one of her terminals. Was loose on the joint. As soon as I, popped the hood, as soon as I went to move it, it was moving so easy. She was like, oh, the lights came on in the car. I was like, got lucky. It was just like a loose terminal. Jay, did what he did, tighten the joint back up. She was good. But, shout out to Jay, man. He was right on time, too. But anyway.
Shout out to Jay.
We dealing with this weather, the best we can. And once again, man, for those who still, like he said, still out there trying to chip away at that ice, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. You know what I mean?
People still get stuck.
Yeah. So other than that, though, I mean, I've even dealt, shoveling the snow. Like, how you been though? Like,
Good night.
yeah, you know what I mean? Working, yeah, like all that kind of stuff.
Doing all that work.
Any notable events recently? Like
some good gigs. You know what I mean?
I know you usually like to shout out certain people when you do certain things if they had accomplishments.
Really
and
can't
like
remember off the head right now. You know what I mean?
It'll come back to you.
John Barr.
Yeah. And not being able to recall off the head happens sometimes. That's what he wanted. I had to go ahead and give him that because I know E enough. I seen it when he was on the break. He threw it off the glass. I understood what he wanted in that situation. It's fine. I'm good. I'm glad John's here. John's here tonight.
John's here.
Shout out to the Barr family. Great job. This is where we feeling tonight.
Yeah.
We missed each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
missed y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We've been serious, and we're going to talk serious, but you might see some silly moments, a bunch of silly moments, because we've been out here messing with all that snow outside. Yeah.
What you're not going to get any of is powder, like he said.
No.
Like,
no, you'll never get that.
Had to get straight facts. No. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and get this out the way. In my situation, it was good, like you said, bro. Obviously. Right. Dealing with the winter remix, man.
That winter remix. What I said was, it was the way that it broke it down. It was banned off.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
North.
Yeah.
North Jersey.
Yeah. Okay.
It was more snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Central, down to like where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Was a little. It was ice, but it was snow. It was still doable.
Yeah.
You had to hit it twice. Bow, bow.
Mm-hmm.
Bow, bow. And once you got under it, it was just chipping away because it was like the ice was on, like helping it stick.
Yeah.
And you getting the butt. So it was taking longer because everything was like a double.
Yeah. You had to hit it twice, like you said.
But down here, y'all had, if you didn't do no work when it was falling.
I saw.
If you ain't do no work when it's falling, when you woke up, it was nothing but ice outside your house.
I never seen this many requests on the Neighbors app. Days later.
Of getting snow
for snow removal. Like I've never like it's still people right now not getting their mail.
Yeah.
Because they can't get to their mailbox. They gotta go to the post office.
Yeah.
Because, if the mailman can't get to it, if you got a person that you got a driving route and they just pull up or whatever, they keep it moving.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? That's what that is. I mean, like you said, my experience, same thing. Obviously, like you said, you already see the difference in the situation. Did what I had to do with it, and
it's a rock salt shortage.
Yeah, so that's crazy because now it almost seems like it's blatantly been timed. It's like, listen, stop making rock salt, and we gonna go ahead because I hear all kind of stuff. I'm not gonna say who they say is responsible for the weather. Elon Musk,
Tesla.
Oh, Tesla. We still recording. It's still Tesla. You know what I'm saying? I was going to have that conversation with you off air. Because we never offline.
Because we're never offline. There's a lot of them out there.
It is. But, thank God we're on the other end of this situation right now. Well, we'll see where it is. It's the winter. Ain't no need to complain. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just February. You know what I mean? A month for lovers and Black history.
Right. But you know what I want to talk about? How stuff just be changing.
Okay.
First of all, it's Black History Month.
Yeah.
And I want y'all to understand.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Black history still every day.
Yeah.
So pay attention to that. But
sure.
I'm talking about something with sports. Do you realize that they done dumbed down the Pro Bowl so much that it's on a Tuesday now? Come on tomorrow.
Nah, I checked out a long time ago.
Come on tomorrow. At the time we're recording this.
Yeah. So by the time it'll already been aired, but
yeah.
But on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I checked out a long time ago.
Me too.
I'm gonna go as far as
but it's on a Tuesday now,
which is crazy because that means it's just
they ain't want to compete with the Grammys.
Okay, I understand that part of it, but so here's my take on that situation. When I realized that they wasn't really playing like football, like playing it, like it really wasn't tackling and like blitzing the quarterback and all that kind of stuff.
Play flag now.
Yes, I'm saying even before that, you couldn't rush the passer and stuff like that. You can like kind of rush him, but you couldn't like sack him. It was crazy.
You couldn't hurt him. You couldn't hit him.
You couldn't. Yeah, it was
like how it was when we was kids. They was hitting each other,
bro. Back when like Sean Taylor and them guys was playing back for the with the Redskins and all of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Steve Atwater with Denver.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like they was. Yes, you know what I mean. So I kind of lost my little
luster.
Yeah, great word too.
Me too.
I'm showing off tonight. Huh? I see what's going on.
Yeah, me too though. But they play flag now.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm out. I'll just go ahead and may have me a taco or something on Tuesday.
Yeah,
check on that. You know what I mean? So that's that. So it's a nice discussion, man. I kind of had some things in my mind. Obviously, we've been talking.
He had some things on his mind.
And I didn't realize that we was going to have a new theme song for things that's on my mind, but I like it.
On the mind, and it ain't from them lines.
See what's going on. You ready tonight?
Johnny Ball.
So I'm going to give you the quote of the day.
Give me the quote
of the day. Your life changes the moment you make a new, congruent, and committed decision. Once again, your life changes the moment you make a new, congruent, and committed decision. Tony Robbins. Leads me to the conversation tonight. Tough decisions, man.
Mm-hmm.
Tough decisions. I think that if you live long enough, you will have to make some tough decisions. I think as men, we often go through this point in our life where we say, I want to make the decision that's right, and that may come at the price of disappointment.
Right.
That may come at the price of, other things that we may not necessarily want to bring. This is wild. How y'all doing? We back. Yeah. And you know what I mean? It may come at the price
do that.
Of, a lot of different things. So tough decisions. What makes a decision tough to you? Let's start there before we dive into this conversation, because I got my own perspective and opinion. But what makes a decision tough is where I think we need to kind of start unpacking.
It can be tough in different ways, but the safe answer that everybody's feeling, they're all feeling the energy of they wish it can go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Because what could be leading to a tough decision is it could be you don't want to let somebody down.
Yep. Okay.
It could be you don't want to let go of these finances.
Okay.
It could be you don't want to let go. You don't want to let go of some people, or no longer, or something will take a hit in your relationship with that person.
Absolutely.
Or you know what I mean. So you may think it's a better opportunity over here, travel over here to live over here, but the rest of your family and your loved ones are over here. Like anything, I think it all is an emotion within inside of you. Is you wish you can have either a custom made way for that everything to work for everybody, in so many words, right? So I think we all have that. So ultimately, because you have to make the tough decision, it's not that you're just letting people down. You also reverse letting yourself down.
Okay.
Because you'll sit there and say, I wish it could have all went this way. But the difference is you can control how you feel about letting yourself down, because you're going to live and choose and stand firmly on your decision.
Okay.
You have to say, I'm not going to make no regrets from the situation.
Got you.
You do that. But just because it's us and being men and being people who want to lead and lead our family the right way, we know we can't still alter a person who may let down's feelings.
I agree.
Because we can't control it.
Yeah.
We can only control us. So the truth hurts is a saying that a lot of people say.
Mm-hmm.
That's what tough decisions come in at sometimes.
Absolutely. Yep.
Besides that, people making tough decisions of the truth hurts. It's growth on there. No pain, no gain.
Mm-hmm.
It's another saying.
Yeah. Which that's always been a little bit questionable, but right. I understand why they say it.
Right.
Pain and gain.
I I'm just saying it's a saying.
No. You just saying the saying. You ain't saying that you hang your hat on it.
But when I hear that,
yeah,
it always reflects to me with the gym. It don't nothing else.
I mean, in most cases, that's where you heard it more often than not.
Because some people don't realize that when you know you're making a decision, of course, the best decisions always are tied to a sacrifice. Mm-hmm. And if you know that sacrifice really doesn't hurt you, mm-hmm. and that's the thing as a leader, you have to see where the lowest amount of sacrifice can help to grow your family. Okay. Yeah, or a person as a lead. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of things in life I would love to just go or spend money on like I used to. Right. But once I said, no, getting married and leading this family, mm-hmm. I sacrificed that. Everybody else can keep everybody else can keep going doing what y'all doing because this is my position. This is my job. Yeah. I got it. Yeah. I always do my role.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good breakdown, like you said. You know what I mean? Decisions being tough. I think what makes a decision tough is when you choose, like you said, to even consider the option that is not going to be for the greater good, right? Like some of us, we work from a place of habit. So we'll make decisions because they're comfortable. We've made those decisions time and time and time again. So that's what we'll do. You know what I mean? So we'll look at a situation for what it's worth and be like, yo, you know, I'm going to say yes to this even though everything inside of me is screaming no to it because I've been here before. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even here by myself before. We've been here before. Mm-hmm. And chances are that, you know, if you don't make different decisions at certain points, you'll consistently come to that place where you kind of keep
that feeling.
That feeling and having to make
you
that
keep
decision.
Throwing yourself in survival mode.
All the time, or just in general. Just like even now, like me and you was talking about a few minutes ago, we were just talking about like soda and stuff like that. That's not even that decision. Mm-hmm. You know the benefits of deciding the other way, mm-hmm. of not, you know what I mean, consuming it. Yet there's a conversation some would say, why is it even a conversation? You know the better outcome is on this side of the decision. Yeah. Right? So is that really a tough decision? And I think what makes anything tough is an inability to want to change. Right. That's what actually makes it tough. I don't think the decision itself in most cases is tough. I just think it's the inability to want to change.
There you go.
So even when you're starting to change, right? You could be changing your surroundings, like you said. You can be changing your friendships, your relationships outside of certain things. Everything ain't got to be the end all be all. Oh, we do this like a major decision. It could be things that we think is minute, but we deviate away from them because we're worrying about how it's going to be received by everybody. Even the old cliche, like you was talking about before, about no pain, no gain. They say all the time, you need to break a few eggs to make an omelet, right? And in some instances, you're going to come to those things where you got to break a few eggs. But if I'm making an omelet, that means I'm feeding you. So even in the concept of the eggs having to be broken, the concept is to feed you. I think that's what happens when it comes to tough decisions. We put tough before decision first. So we claim it to be tough. Somebody turn around and be like, man, I got a tough decision to make. You tell them what it is. You be like, I ain't heard the tough choice yet. I would do this, but they don't know all the other things that come along with your deciding factor. They don't realize that the decision is tough because I got to change me, right? That's why even in the quote, like I said, you know, you got to make a new, congruent, and committed decision. Nowhere in that concept does it say it's tough. Right. So the commitment to want to be able to be different may come at a cost of you disappointing someone or someone's in the situation. But if they take the time to see that the change or the decision is being made for the greater good of everybody, even in that moment, as bitter as the pill it is to swallow, at some point, they'll look back and say, you know what? That decision in that moment is what really changed it. Right. So you almost kind of got to have this mindset that at some point or another, especially as a man, leader of a household, you know, somebody that you want people to look to, and not just, because I say this a lot too, you know, you don't always want to just be the person they look to in times of adversity. No. It's cool to be a hero. Yeah. And it's cool to be looked at as a lifeline. Yeah. But sometimes you want people to look at you and just say, hey, that's just a guy who knows how to be decisive. Yeah. Not indecisive, but decisive. Right. we laugh and joke about things to eat. You know what I mean? Sometimes we're trying to figure out just some place to go and eat something. Really, at the end of the day, we just got to eat a meal. And it becomes sometimes it becomes a difficult situation. And you saying to yourself, it's people out there that's starving that don't have any options to eat. We got options and can't figure it out. That's being indecisive. It's not a tough decision. You know what a tough decision? Eat or starve. And really, that ain't no tough decision. You're going to be like, I need to eat. Mm-hmm. So I just think like it's a good conversation.
I ain't want to mess up. I ain't want to mess it up.
Kind of doing that, you already led to it. So like, you might as well go ahead and finish the. What were you about to say?
You said eat
or starve.
Or starve. Powder or hard?
Nah, it's not the same. You're right. You could have probably kept that one to yourself. Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I mean? But you see what I'm saying? A lot of it. If you think about it, right, and you look at, just like in the book that we talk about all the time,
The Way of the Superior Man.
The book, and I told you earlier, to me is a reset for people who don't kind of lost their way of themselves, right? Like when you get ready to make a decision, and some people say you made that decision in haste, that's only when they look at you and they think that you're incapable of making a solid decision. Nobody says that about the person who's been showing that they're willing to put themselves on the line to make a difference in that situation. They don't question that person like that. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things, like when you watch the John Elway documentary, have you seen that situation?
Yeah,
it was a play or something. Matter of fact, not only in that situation, but I'm saying even the thing that took place on the Club Shay Shay thing. Shout out to Club Shay Shay. Mm-hmm. It was a play that they was talking about. And in the play, Shannon says that what John Elway told him to do, they never practiced. They never practiced. And John Elway told him, I'm telling you to go do it now. Go down, count 8 steps, turn around, whatever it is, catch the pass, I'm throwing it, I'm coming your way. Some people in life have that ability to recognize that the moment requires me to even go against the grain of things that we have been practicing.
Yep.
We don't understand. Jill Scott said something. I just seen her. I just listened to her, and I thought it was a phenomenal thing. She said, you practice to forget. Wow. Let's think about that concept. You practice to forget so that it becomes second nature or first nature in a sense. Mm-hmm. Right? If you practice something enough, bro, like once we learned how to walk as kids, we didn't practice walking. We got them just start walking. Mm-hmm. You don't have to practice that now. You know what I mean? But you practice to forget where it becomes part of your DNA. I think tough decisions is the same thing. I think we get to a certain point in our life where we start looking at ourselves and say, is the decision tough or am I making it that way? Am I deciding that this is a tough decision?
How many tough decisions you think you make a day?
A day? That's an interesting question. I'm going to say, because to unpack what I just said to you a few seconds ago, I think to respond to that, how many decisions do I make a day that I make tough first?
There you go.
Then
that makes sense.
Like, you know what I mean? I would have to discover that. I would have to say how many of those things that I do. I don't have a specific count in mind, but I know for a fact that I've definitely made things tougher because I didn't go with my first mind on certain situations. I definitely made things tougher because I went against the grain of deciding something that I knew would have a better outcome if I committed to it. I think commitment, once again, or lack thereof it, makes you deviate away from decisions. Because if you go against the grain of everybody else, you better deliver on your part. That's how people start to believe in your ability to make decisions. I think we make things tough. I don't know if every decision is tough. I think we make it tough because we already categorized it as that.
Right.
That's what I think we need to discover. How do we figure out, that's my question to you, how do we figure out how to prevent a decision from being considered to be tough in advance of us calling it a tough decision? That's my question to you. How do we figure out what is a practice that we can do? What is something that you may do on a regular basis?
Say it again now, figure out.
How to not categorize it right from the beginning as a tough decision. Just a decision. Like, how do we not make so many things tough decisions?
Just the fact that focus on the fact of the outcome, right?
Okay.
And what I mean by that is the outcome is you have to make a decision.
Oh, my man. Okay.
So the fact that you have to make a decision.
Yes, sir.
Why is it tough? Because it has to be done. Anything that has to be done doesn't seem tough when it has to be done.
Okay.
It's an option.
Yeah.
You have an option.
Give me a technique, something that you may do for yourself. I might not have it. I might need a tool in my toolbox. If somebody else is listening right now and they doing the same thing, they making all the decisions day to day, tough decisions, and you say, yo, they say, E, what do you do, bro, to minimize how many things that you deal with on a day-to-day basis that you categorize as a tough decision? Preparation. Okay.
Resources.
Okay.
We live in America.
Okay.
Money can make anything happen.
Okay. Come on.
Save money.
Come on.
For a rainy day.
Okay. So have the funds before the rain.
Yes.
Not after the storm.
You don't want to why we got to buy an umbrella when it start raining?
Come on.
You're supposed to walk outside. When they tell you rain coming, you go outside with the umbrella.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
So I like that. A readiness, being more prepared. Okay.
Anything that you're dealing with, though, I just say money because that's my mentality.
Okay.
You might just say,
yeah, we need that. We need as many tools as we can.
For example,
okay,
if you live in an area where the weather gets bad, it's always a blackout. Eventually, you're going to say, I need to buy a generator.
There you go. So not because you want it to be a blackout.
You need one.
But because if there is one, you want to have a solution to the blackout.
And then they got stuff like the Generacs and different ones out there. You know, Generac.
Okay.
Give me check back. You know what I mean?
Let's do it. I promise you, I ain't got no problem with that. Let's do it.
But I think they have it set up where you could just have, you don't got to do the whole house. You might just want to.
Yeah, I'm quite sure they got more than one model of them.
Yeah. No, but you could just say, I wanted to only cut on the kitchen.
Yeah.
Living room.
They got a monster back there. Monster
room.
joint. Heat, boom, everything. I mean, joint crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
Heat and air, make sure that work.
Yep.
You're pretty much good.
Yep.
But I need the bedrooms to work because you're going to need them fans at night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you prioritize it.
Yeah.
So I need something at least that could capacitate, God forbid, if we lose power or blackout in a situation that will make these things still work.
Right.
And run for a period. Yeah, that's preparation, like you're saying. So that's the preparation piece.
So when you know things.
So what's the mindset? Like, I know the preparation is part of the mindset, but like before you get ready to go to bed at night, because you're giving me throughout the day, I need you to give me something that you would give somebody in terms of advice before they get ready to lay down at night and go to bed. Something that can kind of set their mind in their subconscious, preparing them for the next day. What would you have?
Be thankful for what you already have.
Okay.
Because what you already have is a reflection of what you don't have.
Interesting.
If I have this,
right,
but I know everything I need, not want, need.
Okay, I got you. I'm with you.
It's like, for example, certain shit that we don't even think about. Mm-hmm. It should never be a problem, but everybody need toilet paper at their house, man.
And we can joke.
Yeah, but
there was a time where it was like, we gotta go order it.
Yeah. Everybody need toilet paper.
Because that's a necessity.
Everybody need toilet paper. Everybody needs soap.
Yeah.
I hope you buy
I would say that.
Yeah.
Because there's the way.
You know what I mean? You need soap, you need toilet paper.
I think both are necessities.
Yes.
One's a little bit more luxurious than the other, though.
Yeah.
Toothpaste,
but you need all of that shit, man.
Well, what they call that stuff, the essentials.
Right. And you also,
toiletries. It's called essentials. Yeah,
it's even Bounty Essentials is out there.
Literally.
Bounty.
Check.
Yeah.
He ain't been playing about the money, y'all.
Yeah.
He said, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. He has his limitations. Don't get crazy, because you hear him say that. Like, don't call from, JoJo's Hoagie shop thinking that we going to just walk around JoJo's Hoagie shirt on. You know what I mean? We like hoagies, but we don't like it enough to do
Check is right.
Yeah.
Hoagie shirt.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So.
Yeah. With E on me like this or that.
Send him a medium.
Nah.
He into it. Like his blood pressure.
So.
But go ahead.
Nah, it's just when you know what you already have.
Yep.
It reminds you of what you don't have that you need.
Yeah. So I get you. I think, like I said, you're offering in that, because my question to you was about, like,
preparation is just the thing.
Preparation is the thing. Like the night before, when you get ready to have the next day when you get ready to go to work and everything like that. Right. You might be like, you got some people that turn around and they'll meal prep, right? And meal prep is not just about spending money and all that kind of stuff on lunch and stuff like that. Sometimes it's about, let me eliminate things that's going to be, in my opinion, not worth the time, and energy to go into deciding. I need to just go ahead and have the smallest thing. See, I think that's the biggest thing with us as people. I think that what we do is we don't want to admit it, but a lot of people live by the seat of their pants more often than they want to admit to, right? Like we can see a situation, for instance, bro, you need to give yourself more time to get to work because the road is unpredictable. It has nothing to do with the weather all the time or the traffic all the time. It's just the reality that between A and B, things can occur. So you got some people, no matter what, they're going to leave early. Not because they're trying to get someplace early all the time, but because there may be something that prohibits them from getting there at least on time.
I try it all. I do. That's my focus every morning.
So, like, to me, that's something that you do. There's a readiness and a preparedness to say, I'm going to leave earlier. I'm not good, but just to make it clear, like 90% of the time, because some days I lay there and say, I'm not in that mood to get up right now. Yeah.
And still get to work on time.
Yeah.
It might be right on time, but a lot of times I like to pull up, just perfect example, like I might stop at the Wawa near the house.
Yeah.
But if I don't, then I stop and I still got enough time. I might say, listen, I know the highway about to get crazy.
Yeah.
Get through the highway, say, okay, I good. Gotta beat everything. Let me stop at Quick Check, give me a coffee then.
Yeah.
Still get that coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Quick
Absolutely.
Check. Wawa.
What is going on? What's going on, man? Just send him some money, man. Like, send him some kind of branded deal at this point. He like, listen, man. News flash.
Yeah.
I like business.
Yeah.
225 episodes. He's the business guy, and everybody. So anyway, no. Long and short of that, I think that even that overall decision gives you options. You decide to leave at a time that gives you options.
Right.
When you don't make a decision to be more prepared and ready for that, you don't even have the options. Now you running late. Now you cussing out the people in front of you. Now you road raging. Now you getting to work either on time, a couple minutes late, and looking at people talking about, I know they ain't talking about me because Wilson ain't coming in late every day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We way too grown for that. So that's why I'm asking that question, especially like I said, as men.
So when you're not prepared, in my opinion, that's a way of leading to having to make tough decisions.
Right.
Because you're not prepared.
But guess what the decision was? Once again, did the decision make itself tough, or did we make the decision tough?
We made the decision tough. Right. Because of the simple fact is, we just said you leave early to have options.
There you go.
I just said, Wawa, Quick Check.
All the options.
All the options, right?
Right.
Okay. Preparing gives you options.
That's what I was saying.
That's all.
So like
you build that option.
Yeah. So like the preparation, like the night before, whatever you do. And here's the reason why I keep bringing this up, y'all, just to let it be known. The concept of tonight's episode is about tough decisions, but it's more about how do we make decisions not tough. What do we need to do as people to make the decision? We call every decision that we don't feel like making a tough one. No, it's the emotion or the feeling that this decision has to be made right now, and I don't want to make it right now. Because if I make it right now, I might have to commit to whatever I need to do right now, and I don't feel like it. Mm-hmm. If you kind of follow back the concept of decisions and what makes it tough, you discover just how much of you is incorporated into why it's a tough decision in the first place. You turn around and you say, well, if I change this about me, does this decision still remain in the tough category? And more often than not, it doesn't.
Right.
All of a sudden, you start to discover, not only can I make this decision, even though it may not be the fan favorite, the reality of it is I'm watching everybody slowly start to benefit from the decision. Most people will follow and gravitate or become magnetic to things that they see are working. Most people want to deviate away from things that are tough because of the fact that it requires them to be tougher than they're willing to be in the moment. Mm-hmm. This is why the things that we don't have a choice over, or we don't have a concept of the decision in it, this is why those things, when you look up and all of a sudden the decision is made for you, now you feel like you fail. Who told them I wanted to do that? No, you didn't tell them that you didn't want to do it, so they did it anyway. You didn't tell them that you didn't want to be a part of that situation, so you stay in it. Tough relationships. You got people that you cool with. You may look up and say, I like this person. They're a cool person. I got to make a decision on whether or not they're helping my trajectory go up, I'm staying stagnant, or am I going down? Mm-hmm. So once you start to look at these relationships and you realize that this person is doing nothing for me, I'm doing nothing for them, what are we really doing?
What are we doing?
It's not a tough decision.
Right.
It's a decision that has to be made.
Right.
I think it's the other way around. How tough are you?
Right.
When it comes to making decisions.
There you go. And I think what it is it's the sacrifice that people.
That's a big word.
That people challenge.
That's a big
because
word.
they don't want to make the sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? Like I say it all the time. When a person needs more income,
yes,
they can either make more or spend less.
Yeah.
Now it depends what you need the income for that helps you do that.
But that's still the foundation.
That's still the foundation.
So the foundation, you can't build nothing until the foundation's solid.
Yeah, either make more or spend less. You have to. So you have to create your decision of which one you're gonna do.
Come on.
Am I going to spend less, or am I going to go out there and work harder to make more? And I think what happens a lot of times is people run out of there to make more, and they still spend more.
Okay.
They make more and spend more because it wasn't that decision if you were going to make more or spend less. It was the foundation inside of you and making that decision of, I'm going to be disciplined.
Okay.
See, regardless of what we do in every decision, you gotta feel the root. You have to find the root.
We talked about that.
Right. That's what I'm sitting here saying now is you never had a money issue.
Right.
You had to discipline it with the money issue.
Oh, okay.
You spent more on wants other than needs.
Yeah.
See, we just talked about being prepared.
Yep.
And making ourselves prepared.
Yep.
The biggest way to get prepared is you turn preparation into need.
Yeah. How the saying go, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That's right.
Come on.
That's really how I am.
Come on.
Perfect example.
Come on.
I had an event the other day, I had my back, had my slacks on, everything, this and that.
Yep. Dressed for the part, ready to go.
I mean, everything I did once I was done, dropped it off at the cleaners. Lady, I want to see the cleaners. Hey, Eddie, talking to me and everything. When you need to buy. Okay, come Wednesday. I didn't need it before Wednesday. Most people, when they know they got something coming up,
come on,
they can know 2 months out. They running and trying to get it 2 days before. Y'all say same day cleaners.
Yeah.
Simple little adjustments will take so much anxiety away from people, stress, because they're prepared.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, we all on the move, y'all. I got something for y'all today that's going to make you go wow when you see it. I got something that, because you got to travel anyway, you're on the move, whether it's business or leisure or whatever it may be, right here. Right here. Super dope bag from a super dope company called Ugly Duckling. Makes men and women apparel, top-notch stuff, quality stuff. Let me stop talking about it and let y'all see the bag. That's really what you want to see anyway, right? First off, can we talk about how I come in a nice little netted bag here? You know what I mean? I think that's pretty good. Logo on the front right here, Ugly Duckling. Can we look at the quality of the stitching? Look at the stitching, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now you check this out. You see how you got the swan? Yeah, that's nice, right? We're going to take our time. We're going to turn around and hit it with this right here. Bam! See that on the back? They ain't sparing no expense. Bam! Look at this in the back. Huh? I didn't put that on there. That's part of it, bro. That's part of it. That's part of what it comes with. Look at the style. They want to make you... Ugly Duckling. Oh, Ugly Duckling. Yeah, that's who made this right here. Yeah, uglyduckling.com. Oh, yeah, got this and a whole bunch of other stuff. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I ain't gonna keep no secrets from y'all when I find a company that do it right. Huh? It's only right that I share this with y'all. So you make sure if you in the market right now for some top quality apparel, i.e. look at my young vet salute, Jersey Cat apparel, and now Ugly Duckling. Make sure y'all go check them out, man. Check that website out. I'm telling y'all, man. You're gonna love it. All right? That's all I got to say about that. But make sure y'all go to today for this bag and all the other super dope stuff they got. Y'all be good. I got a trip I'm on. I'll see y'all later. Get y'all bag. I got mine. Peace, man. Woo. No, that's a solid point, man. It's a really solid point. And I think that right there, when you start to kind of make that a part of your routine thinking, when you start to put yourself in a position where you understand that most of the decisions that we make, we make them tough by actually describing them as tough, even when we just throw them all in the same thing. It's like we do that with a lot of things. Like, you know how we make the statement, but like we had a conversation about sometimes most times you got to get uncomfortable. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I wanted to make sure I said it the right way.
Right.
Even that concept, what makes something uncomfortable, right? Even that. That's why I said the concept we were talking about, no pain, no gain, and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to gain. You don't have to feel pain to gain. In the gym, they'll say it a lot of times because you're not pressing it, but they'll tell you a lot of times, trust your body. If something doesn't feel right, and it seems like it hurting, stop.
But the pain I'm even talking about in the gym is when because you're using the muscle and you got to tear it.
But you got to do right. But you got to tear. But you have to know the difference.
Yeah.
When you don't work out, anytime you go in the gym, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Because you ain't been doing nothing.
And you got to keep going.
You want to make sure. You know what I mean? So that part right there, I think
I get you.
And you said a lot when you were describing the readiness and the preparedness of those things. Like I said, I watch you, and there's certain things that you do. Like I said, getting up, leaving early, not only for work, but for events, all the other things that you do, it's your practice, bro. It's just who you are as a person. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you're getting ready to take a flight out of town and it's for leisure. Yeah. You know what I mean? You working more than you actually playing. That's just the reality of it. Right. Even in those moments, you still take that concept with you. It's not a tough decision to say, I need to leave a little bit earlier so I can make sure I'm in good position and not miss my flight. Mm-hmm. Once again, I think that we categorize things as uncomfortable, tough. There's some terms that we use before things that have to happen. Decision, right? The decision of something. What made it tough? If you got a money situation and the money is present, does it make the decision less difficult? And most people will turn around and say, well, if money's the only part of it that's making it difficult.
Yeah, if that's the only issue.
If that's the only issue, right?
Yeah, but that's not always the issue.
But if the long term is that I have to become better with money.
Right.
Then I'm only pacifying the moment. I'm not growing in that situation. And so that's the parts that I think sometimes we want to deviate from. We want the immediate feel-good moment right now, but don't want to make the decision that can create that feel-good for a lifetime.
So what gives you that really an understanding is, I can't remember the actual scripture off head, but what Jesus basically says, in these times of weariness and pretty much, stress.
Got you.
He said, come to me for rest.
Yes.
So basically what he's saying is, if you believe in me, believe that you can get it done and it will be done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you can rest.
Yeah.
When you rest, you're going to think clear.
Yes.
You're going to make better decisions.
Yes.
You want to see where you need to work on it. I had made a statement earlier on this episode when I said, be thankful for what you got.
Yeah.
Because it reflects that what you don't have.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because we always tend to hang on and say, man, if I could just get better in this area.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like this with me. In life, anything that consists of money, and I had to get it done, I was always able to get it done.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
But I still be having this feeling like, all right, I was prepared for that. Got to get it back up again. But I wanted it to flow without me having to keep doing it this way.
Yeah.
Because it was a question. It was on social media that it say, as a DJ, if you DJ full-time or a lot, what's the most painful thing? And everybody had pretty much the same answer. Well, what's the hardest thing? It said, lost time with loved ones.
Of course, yeah.
That was like everybody's answer. And I'm like,
yeah.
Before I even clicked on it, I'm like, yo.
And that's a tough decision.
Like that I feel that all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time, right?
Yeah.
So I just be like, but if I stop, how I'm going to prepare?
Well, see, in that case right there,
you
know what makes it tough, in my opinion, to some degree? I'm not everybody, so I can't answer for everybody.
Yeah.
The toughest part for that is understanding. Mm-hmm. If your family understands,
mine do,
right? It makes it a little, in my opinion,
a little easier.
A little easier.
It does,
right?
I admit, it does.
It can make it a little. If what you have to do has to be done, and the understanding is not present, that could be tough.
Right.
Now that could be
I've
tough.
lived that too.
And I'm sure you've been living long enough, just life in general. But like I said, I think, and that's universal. That's just not just men. I think that's men, women, whoever. But I think that when you have the mindset of, especially as a man, to want to be a leader, I think you kind of inherit this reality that I have to be that person more often than not. I have to be. Because if I'm not, then there's a void there. There's a void. If no one's present to make the tough decisions in a relationship, there's a void. In the presence of a void, you got a bigger problem than just that decision. You don't have a decision maker. That's a problem. Because it's hard to fix the thing that won't even make a decision. Like if you can't even get, even a person who makes a bad decision from time to time, at least they're decisive. They know exactly what's going on. Even if you wind up building a situation where you look up one day and say, well, look, we know not to do it that way because every time he decides something, it's to go the other way.
I've been both people you described. I think more nowadays I've been more of the decisive type.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been that, and sometimes it's a thing of growth. If you're not used to making these decisions,
right,
it could become, because everybody's a rookie at some point.
Right.
It could become tough because we often lean on ways we know how to get things done. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but you get better with time.
I think when it's inclusive
and actually wanting to grow within that area.
Yeah. It can't be limited conversation information. It has to be inclusive. You have to be inclusive,
and it's forever growing.
Right? It's forever growing, but you have to be inclusive.
Have to.
You have to sit down with people. I don't care if you go to have a conversation and a person be like, "I'm tired of hearing you say this." Okay, so you're choosing not to be inclusive, not because I'm blocking you from being inclusive.
Yeah.
At some point or another, if the greater good is what we're both or all are going after, then we have to be able to be fully transparent with one another.
Right.
Change starts within first.
It doesn't mean that you're going to agree with me.
I don't need you to agree. I need you to see where this is. If you can add better seasoning to the pot that produces a better outcome than the one that I'm suggesting, I'm all for it. But if your suggestion is not better, let's at least look at the reality that I have a situation that's in front of me that it's not going to hurt us. Remember, we say a lot of times, if you ain't gonna help a person, at least don't hurt them. That's how I feel about most of the things that I decide in life. If I can't help you, I ain't gonna hurt you. That means I'm only there to make things better for you. I'm definitely not there to make things worse for you.
Right.
I think the biggest thing before we move on to the questions and situation and just to conclude my thought and my feelings about it, fear. Fear of change. Even when you know that possibility exists because of the fact that may be the difference between success, growth, development, going to the next level, that means you're choosing to live in what you're in. And if you're choosing to live in what you're in, you can't do both. You can't ask God to deliver it from you, to relieve that from you, to make things better for you, and you ain't willing to at least change you.
That's the reason why the fear of God is supposed to be so strong.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to take that and understand that, because that fear of change is telling you that the only reason why you feel that fear of change is because you know deep down inside you can do it.
Yeah. You know. Yeah.
You know you can do it.
Yeah, you know.
But it's going to, you're going to have to make a sacrifice, and you may lose this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't see yourself like that.
Yeah.
Like it's a saying all the time that people say, in order for your new life to start, you got to leave your old life alone.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. So there's certain things. So what God is telling you, you asked me for, and I'm showing you where it's at. You just got to walk through the door.
Yeah. We can get into some questions, man.
Mm-hmm. This is another episode of Good Questions. Ain't that what I called it?
Yeah.
That's what I called it. Good Questions, where P is going to ask me a series of questions. Good questions, and I'm going to have some good answers. Let's get to it.
Do you have a mentor?
Many.
Okay, well, highlight one. Oh, wow. I didn't know that was coming, guys. I feel great. And this is not scripted. You didn't know this question, and I didn't know his answer. Okay.
Yep, you man.
You and you in return for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm not just saying that because you said that.
I get it.
That's real. As much time as we communicate with one another, and then we see each other's growth in said things.
Absolutely.
So we see it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what is it about? I would say me. That helps add strength to your already fortified foundation. I think that you already got a strong foundation. We came up in the same household, same mom and pop, same fundamental core values. So what is it about me now at this point in my life? Because we're speaking more now in our adult years, not when we was kids and stuff, obviously, that allows you to put the label of mentor on me as one of them.
Well, a lot of it dealt with just... And especially right before I met my wife, that marriage can still work. Okay. What's up? Same thing with, and I say that because you know the things I've been through.
Absolutely.
So you go through those things back to back like that. It's like, like this don't even. Yeah. What am I doing?
I got you.
I was like, man, I'm done. I'm good. I'm just gonna be out here me. Mm-hmm. Then I met my wife. Guy laughed like ha ha ha, and I knew what I was feeling. Yeah. And he was there in the moments like I just said, step through. But I think the influence that I seen with y'all made me realize that it can still work, still happen. Yeah. So
no, that's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now don't you cry on the show, man.
No, I ain't gonna cry on the show. I promise you.
You gonna cry when the camera stop, yo.
No. I think that first and foremost, shout out to my wife. Because there is no there is no concept of that without each other. And I'm glad, especially at this stage and age of our lives, that we can still look at each other as inspirations to one another. Right. You're a mentor of mine in areas that I've talked to you about being uncomfortable in, business-related things. Right. I thought about something that you said in the conversation the other day. This was we busting it up like usual, and you was just like, yo, I remember a time where you would look at the things that I was saying to you like, I'm the older brother, I'm supposed to be telling you everything. It kind of like, you didn't say that I'll be kind of like discrediting it or like throwing it to the wayside because you know what I mean, because I'm the older brother. But when you said it, it made me do some self-reflection and say, if I did that, to which I had to, because he wouldn't just say that for no apparent reason, I was so blinded to the reality that I was even doing that. Right. And so sometimes, man, once again, like we talking about with tough decisions, the decision was already made for us years ago how we would be impactful in each other's lives. Mm-hmm. So when I look at you and the things that you mentor me in, bruh, is I would say a greater percentage of it is dealing with the feeling of business. Thing that that I'm not so much in love with that concept, but I'm trying to expound on those things and get better at it. You handling the situation like a kid with kid gloves. I know this is new to you, bro. And I'm not sunning you because I've been doing it like this for so long. But that feeling that you had, I had it before. I'm telling you, it's cool. It's part of the process. Having time for me, even when I kind of in my own head about certain things, that's part of the mentorship for me. I got you. Because you could easily turn around and be like, nah, nigga, you wasn't listening to me before. Don't start listening now.
There's always one of them out there.
Right. You know what I mean? Oh.
Oh, now you need.
Oh, now I'm smart. Oh. Now. You could have did that. You did.
I wouldn't have never did that to you, bro.
I think your character is better than that. I don't think it is. But like you just said a few seconds ago, they exist. So I didn't make that person up. It just ain't you. You know what I mean? So I would definitely say that. So that's my answer to that, man. Like I said, man, you've been, been a great, you are, and I've been like it's over. You are a great brother, a great best friend, a great Mentor, because like I said, man, anybody who love you enough to want to see you succeed, to take time to see you in your frustrations, but still take the time to talk to you and be like, hey, yo, you're on the right path. I promise you're on the right path. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Especially, like I said, man, men and pride, it could be tough, man.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a tough thing. So I appreciate you for that, and that's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Question to you is, what does community mean to you? The word community. Not just the definition in the sense, I mean, obviously it's probably got I'm quite sure it has a definition. But to you specifically, what does community mean?
Well, the most cliché thing is togetherness.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Which is a great thing.
Right.
But besides that, we all share a bond. We are related.
Okay.
It's a relation to
It
something.
could be bigger than blood.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we share something. So it's like, if you look in growing up in your community,
yep,
we all lived in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, yep.
That's what we shared.
Yep.
You know, like West Trenton, down the hill. Like we all DDH, which is where we live.
Right there.
Right? We all share this. So that was a connected bond. So we should know each other. We should talk. We should definitely know each other because we grew up, we live on the same street. We still share that now. You know, your neighbor to your left, to your right, the neighbor over there, you might say like this, you know. Man might live around the block, somebody pull up, talk to you. Like, that's how it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how I get. Because now you know you build community that way. It's like that. But even in the world of social media, like your Facebooks and your Instagrams, an algorithm ain't nothing but your community. That's why they use apps as to track.
Yeah, yeah.
So they build the community of your mind.
That's true.
Of all your things, all your interests.
Yeah.
You know, Pinterest used to, as soon as you log in, they ask you, what's all your interests? I go in there and check off everything.
Yeah.
Don't just show me what you think I want to see. Show me everything you got.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, but they build that community, so a togetherness of a bond. That's all.
Okay. What's essential? This is just a part two, I guess, to that question. What's an essential element or ingredient that you need in your community?
Respect.
Okay. All right.
Respect.
It's powerful. And I think that right there, because community, like you said, can be within your household. It can be within your neighborhood. It can be within your city.
Right.
You know, I think respect is that thing that is non-negotiable.
Right.
If we're not getting respect for one another, then we don't need to be around each other.
Back stiff, my bad. I know.
Because the only other thing, that's no. But that's, to me, that's the thing that matters more than anything else is understanding, right? In the terms of community to me, as far as the definition, is those, not only I'm in close proximity of living in the same neighborhood, so to speak, but like you said, even beyond that, a tribe, if you wanted to call it, another concept of that, is being in a situation of like-minded individuals or people who at the very least want to be better.
Yep.
We may not all want to get to the same destination, but we're comfortable with pushing beyond the part of where we are now. To me, I think community changes over the years because I think the things that you need in your community when you're a child change from when you're a young adult, change from when you're an adult, change from when you become a little bit more seasoned. I think all of those things change. You know what I mean? So my thing is, I agree with you 1,000% over. The one essential element that I need more than anything else in my community, respect. Respect. If you don't respect it, I don't think I need to be around you. How do you show your family how you love them?
I tell them.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I say it.
Yeah.
And my energy matches what I say.
There you go. So you match the words with the action.
Yeah.
You know how they say actions speak louder than words. Mm-hmm. So you actually show them, you say it, there you go. To me, I think the more we verbalize things and put things in motion, the more people take it seriously. When people look at you and they see that you're actively doing the thing that you're talking about doing, you stop your family for no apparent reason. Hey, I love you. You know, some people, you all right? You ain't sick or nothing. I ain't ill. I really love you. I love you. It's cool. I feel fine. You know what I mean? But there's a level of normacy that we need to kind of find a way to incorporate into the basic fundamental things, actions and words. You know what I mean? I think the way I show my family that I love them is, like you said, one of the most difficult things that sometimes comes with being an entrepreneur is time. I spend as much time with them as I can because it was a time when I had a career where I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I try to not only be there, but I try to be present while being there. Because you can be there and not be present. I try to be there and be present. I try to be available for their conversations. I tell them that I love them. I'm affectionate with them. You know what I mean? And all those things. And I think that for me is how I show them. I verbalize these things and I make sure that I make time for them. Things that I cannot recover, I can't get back from time that I missed before. I try to make sure that I maximize it. Now, I don't smother them, but I definitely try to be more present while being there at the same time. You know what I mean? So that's my answer to that. How would you define or describe commitment? Like, how would you define or describe that?
Locked in, discipline.
Okay.
Connected to the mission.
Okay.
Really committed to the mission. But to be committed, you need to be connected.
Okay.
That's all.
Connected, discipline. Mm-hmm. You need to be driven.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people work better. You can say what you want to say. I think people work better when they understand that the purpose is bigger than just that moment. So connecting yourself to things that require you to continue to be consistent. Right? To me, that's how you develop commitments. Am I doing anything that requires any consistency of me every day? Ask yourself that. How many times have you ever asked yourself that question? Am I doing at least one thing that requires me to be consistent every day? If you're not doing anything that requires you at least one thing daily to be consistent, I don't know if you're moving the way that you need to move. I'll make this the last one. We'll close out with that one. What is one thing that you are most proud of in your life right now? We'll make that the close out question. What are you most proud of in your life right now?
Most proud of?
Yes. We've been talking about all the situation with decisions. Now I want to put a wrap on it. We talked about the tough decisions, and now we're at that point. Decisions have been made. Things have been done. What are you the most proud of in your life right now?
The growth of my mindset.
Okay.
Yeah, the growth of my mindset is really connected.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. You see a development. You see a change. Feel a change.
Yep.
Yeah. You can almost hear it in how you talk now. Mm-hmm. I go through that all the time. I listen to how I speak, not just from a vocabulary perspective, but that it's the space between response and emotion that when it gets better used, where in the past it almost was non-existent, it was action immediately following whatever made me feel however I felt. For me, I think even just to piggyback, I mean, I don't know if that's your answer. I don't want to step on what you were saying.
Right. Yeah.
So mine's as well. I just think that the growth in maturity and patience. I think I'm a more patient man now, and I'm proud of that.
Right.
I'm more proud of a willingness to want to look beyond just being right and realizing that I can be so much more impactful by looking in the moment and being present as in a way that I need to be for the betterment of the moment. So I'm better. I feel I'm proud of it. I'm proud of that I'm not as emotionally responsive, that I'm much more patient, and then I think that I'm much more committed than I had been before. I think I was on autopilot for a very long time. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm proud that I'm off autopilot in a lot of things, and I still have some room to grow. Mm-hmm. You take a Saturday with that one, brother. Mm-hmm.
Another episode of good questions right there, you know what I mean? And we're right here on the Porch Podcast. This has been episode 225. Yes, 225, episode 225 of the Porch Podcast. Do remember you can hear us on all your favorite podcasts and streaming sites like iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, Stitcher, and many more. P, tell them where they can see us.
Catch us each and every week right on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast. If you have not done so already, please hit that like button, hit that comment button, and leave comments. Hit that subscribe button, hit that share. Tell a friend to tell a friend about your favorite podcast, The Porch Podcast. Make sure you continue to tune in as we appreciate you, as we say each and every week. Spending time with us because we know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us and we appreciate you. This has been episode number 225 of The Porch Podcast. Y'all be safe out there and be blessed, and we'll talk to y'all on the next one. Peace, family. Peace. Who on the porch? Let's go.